my phone as well. And I believe we're live. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the workshop tonight. My name is Brandon. You probably got a bunch of emails from me reminding you about this workshop. We actually haven't been live here for about a week or so because of all the holidays and stuff. And then actually this Monday coming up will be New Year's. So this presentation tonight, we're going to record this, and this is going to be up through the weekend there and through the holiday. So just FYI, if you're watching this, you know, the 31st or on the 1st, we're not here live. But you can still get some good information. You can still learn to change your life by creating income online. That's what we teach people how to do, and that's what we've been very successful helping people achieve. You're going to hear from Sean Malone. You want to unmute your mic and we'll introduce you? Sean?
Yeah. Hey, Coach. How's it going, guys? What's up? Great to have you here with us tonight. Happy holidays. Hope you're having a great one. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, so Sean is going to be, I just wanted you guys to see his face. Sean's going to be moderating the chat tonight, kind of answering some questions as I go through the training. And then here at the end, we're going to come out, do kind of a Q&A and testimonials and stuff, hear from people live in our community here right now that are creating an income online. So, you know, Sean, for instance, he's made over $500,000 with us here in about a year and a half with no prior online marketing experience. So he's actually, you know, one of the superstars here, one of our top coaches. That is not, you know, typical exception, you know, it's pretty exceptional results, but it shows you what's possible, right? We've had people make over 7 figures, you know, multiple 6 figures with only, you know, some of them with only a couple months of getting started, which is pretty ridiculous. And it's just the fact that we're running a business online. This is not, you know, pester your family and friends, try to get them to buy your lotion and potion and your skincare. This isn't going to the hotel meetings and home parties. This isn't knocking on doors. We're going to teach you guys how to generate leads and sales online on autopilot using technology, using proven marketing systems, and our platform that we use. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. I'm going to go through and, you know, show you guys some slides. We're going to, again, do a live Q&A at the end. Go ahead and shut down Facebook, shut down YouTube, or, you know, turn off the TV, whatever, you know, you need to do to close out all the distractions and to really pay attention here for about an hour or so of like really in-depth, you know, pay attention to what I'm saying, you know, take screenshots, take notes of the slides, really try to internalize what we're actually talking about here. If you can grasp this and you actually, you know, take what we're offering here and you put in the work, this stuff will change your life. You know, this isn't going to automatically give you the best marriage. It's not going to, you know, give you, I don't know, give you spiritual enlightenment. But what this will do is it'll allow you to create an income on demand from anywhere in the world, get free from your job, get free from your 9 to 5, give you that breathing room, get you out of debt, give you, you know, pay the bills, and allow you the opportunity to sit down and figure out what it is you really want to do in life. What kind of businesses do you want to build? What kind of causes do you want to contribute to? What kind of hobbies or passions do you want to pursue to a mastery level? Something like that. I love Latin dancing. I'm into salsa and bachata. I've built a dance business on the side that's become pretty successful because of the skill of learning online marketing. So, you know, you can do all kinds of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get into the training here. Go ahead and let us know where you're calling in from. Drop it below in the comments if you haven't already. We like to see, you know, who we got on tonight. We have people all over the world, US and Canada primarily, but also Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Egypt, the UK, South America. So chances are, you know, there's somebody nearby in your corner of the world, wherever you're watching from tonight, that's on our team that's doing this right now. And you guys are going to get an opportunity to take part. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And Sean, let me know when you can see my screen and we'll get rolling.
You got it. What's up, guys? We got, it has started. Go ahead and hit the refresh button on your browser right now, and then the video should appear live. It works like TiVo, so that's awesome. But we got Matt from Iowa, Holly, Steve, Ashley, Christopher, Melissa, Brandon, Nurkin. What's up, guys? Great to have you here. Happy holidays, and Coach, you're good.
Awesome. How you can replace your income with a laptop or smartphone and start living the life of your dreams right now without being a tech expert or needing any prior online marketing experience. So here's what to expect during this workshop. Secret number 1, in the first 3 minutes, you're going to see real people just like you that have used our system to replace their full-time incomes Within only weeks to months of getting started, and are now firing their bosses, getting out of debt, taking care of their families, traveling the world in style, and impacting thousands of people. Secret number 2, I'm going to reveal the 3 pillars needed to build a 6-figure internet business, and our simple method that makes it easy for you to only master one of those to achieve the same results without having to pester family and friends, knock on doors, or slave away for hours every day in front of your computer. And secret number 3, our simple online business shortcut that smart people are using to make as much as $4,000 per customer within a very short period of time without wasting time and money on scams, products they don't need, or things that just don't actually work. And when you stay until the end, I'm going to answer all of your questions live, and you'll hear from people in our community just like you that are doing this right now and getting life-changing results. And after this training, you will feel incredible relief that you finally found a safe and supportive community and an easy blueprint to follow to make a real income online. So here's a little about me. I'm a West Point graduate and former U.S. Army captain. I got out of the academy in 2007, went to Iraq and Afghanistan, and then in 2014, I got out of the Army and became a full-time entrepreneur. And along the road, I ran into a few obstacles. I've actually probably gotten scammed out of more money than anyone watching this webinar. And I'll go into some detail about that in a second. But if you're a little suspicious, if you're a little skeptical, that's totally understandable. There are, some really shady things out there online. There's some illegal stuff out there. You can get wrapped up in Ponzi schemes and all that kind of crap. But you're not going to find that here. This whole thing is legit, and we're going to show you proof of that. And again, I'm willing to bet I've lost more money getting scammed online than probably anyone watching this. I'm a full-time online marketer. I've been doing this for almost 3 years. I've earned multiple 6 figures over the last 2 years. And I'm the founder and CEO of Team Phoenix Marketing. My company did about $500,000 just personally in revenue over this last year. And I've coached thousands of people on how to create a legitimate and lucrative income online. Here's what I'm not about. I'm not going to flash a bunch of commission checks, a fat bank account, or some fancy cars just to prove to you how successful I am. For me, getting to take my son to the park on a Tuesday afternoon, when most other parents would have to be at the office, is validation enough that I've made the right choice. This business works for me. It fits my lifestyle. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. And it's allowed me a lot of options. I get to set my own schedule. I can travel whenever and wherever I want to. I don't stress over bills anymore, and I'm helping my parents to retire. And the personal freedom a profitable online business provides is amazing, but what is truly special is the kind of impact it can have on others. Now, I am proud to brag here a little bit. Proud to show you some of the lives we've helped to change. These are families that are getting out of debt, single moms able to provide on their own, dads that get to spend the day with their kids, daughters retiring their parents, couples traveling the world together, just like Sean and Melissa have been able to do, and college and high school dropouts that were told they never amount to anything and now make more in a month than their former teachers make in a year. And we're all ordinary people with real, real stories, real struggles, real experiences, real Facebook profiles. You can look any of us up. This is just a small sampling of us, but if you search this hashtag on social media, Team Phoenix Freedom, you'll see a ton of these stories. I'm just going to highlight a few of them to you right now. But because we are going to throw out some numbers and show you some real evidence, you can go look this up for yourself. I have to give you this income disclaimer here. Even though you will see many people in our community earning thousands of dollars online, and when you become a member, you will receive access to the exact same training, software, and resources that they have used to achieve their results. Your results are entirely up to you. No one that signs up for a gym membership gets an automatic six-pack with their membership card. It takes dedication and work over time. We teach sound direct response marketing principles and social media marketing strategies that are simultaneously time-tested and cutting edge. Our system is proven to convert to the tune of over $10 million plus in sales. We cannot and do not guarantee you will ever make a single dollar online, however. Only you can guarantee that for yourself due to your mindset, your ability to be trained, commitment to self-education, and consistent execution in the income-producing activities that are going to grow your business. Watching a webinar, reading a book doesn't count. So Amy Claire, starting in January 2017, each month I made more money than the previous month until I was able to replace my corporate paycheck. I quit my job to do this full-time 7 months after starting. And on top of that, the very next month I could make $10,000. I can never make that at my corporate job. Let's stop here for just a second. Imagine what it would be like 7 months from today. It's almost 2018. Imagine in July you having a $10,000 month. Amy was able to do that. It's been crazy. I put my trust in this dude. I met on Facebook, and he taught me how to build a business online. This is Aaron Fraser. He's a Canadian guy. I thought this would just be a little side income, but now it's way surpassed that. He was a former electrician, quit his job within 53 days from getting started. And he actually had a $57,000 month just this last August. Imagine being able to quit your job in 53 days of plugging into this system. Candace Benson, for years I played small, breaking free from the chains of what you should do in life and moving into one that is filled with things and experiences you must do is extremely liberating. It's been a passion of hers to be able to just practice yoga and move to Bali and just experience that environment. She's actually achieved her dream. She's living in Bali right now, and she quit her job to do that because of our system here. Carly Eldred, I feel like I'm living the story of It's Too Good to Be True. I've been doing this for 5 months, and this is next level stuff. I've made enough money to supplement my husband's income so he can work locally rather than distant like he was. And now I'll be going full-time online soon. She is full-time now, I do believe. Earned over 15 grand in her first 3 months from getting started. And I know she's earned tens of thousands of dollars more since then. Blair, when I got started in this, I was 90 days away from losing my house. This has been the best decision I've ever made. Earned over $110,000 in commissions. And this is kind of an old slide because he's way surpassed that at this point. Draper, for anyone who believes they are stuck doing the same job because it's all you know, that's not the case anymore. The online world doesn't judge or ask for a degree to make $150K a year. I wake up and feel like I'm living a dream daily, but I've never been so sure about something in my life. Took him about 7 months to quit his job. Earned 160 grand in commissions in only his first 12 months. Garrett, when I started this, I was up in camp for all but 8 to 10 days a month. I didn't have more than an hour or two each night to focus on my business after a full day, but using that time consistently, I was able to leave the oil field and focus my time on what I like to do while building my business. This goes into a question I get all the time. How much time do we have to put into this? Well, I can tell you what Garrett did. You know, he worked a full day, but he did an hour or two every single day consistently, and that led to these kinds of results. Going back to his story, it was a bit of a slow start, but I stuck with it, and the hard work eventually paid off. Looking forward to the future. This is only just the beginning. Quit his job to travel the world and made over $255,000 within his first 15 months. And by his own admission, he started slow. So that should show you what kind of potential an hour or two every night consistently can have, what kind of impact it can have on your business. Kayla, after being told I was topped out in my dental career, she was 24 at the time, I found myself determined to take matters back into my own hands. I have always had social media accounts and a desire to work online, just never had the knowledge of how I could use the internet for profit, but that didn't stop me. She plugged into what we were doing. She had no prior experience, really no clue how people were monetizing an audience on social media or anything like that. And within 3 months, she was able to quit her job. She's been doing this full time. She's made over $200,000 in commissions. She's now 25. She's been able to retire her husband. She's working on retiring her dad, and they're traveling the world together. Really, really cool stuff. Ashley Crooks, every morning I wake up and have to pinch myself to make sure this is real. I no longer have to wake up to an alarm clock and sit in traffic on my way to work. I've been doing this for just 6 months, and I've been able to fully leave the corporate world and make more money per month than I was ever making at my corporate job. Now I can truly control my own time and work from anywhere, anytime I want. And the best part is I'm so fulfilled doing it, and I can finally build my own dream instead of someone else's. Chances are you're here because something like that resonates with you. You're tired of building someone else's dream, and you're ready to start building your own. And it doesn't matter how young, how old you are. You can start today. You can start tonight, right now, and start building your own dream. Taylor, when I came across this, I was struggling really bad, and I needed something to work. It's been the biggest blessing. I've made more in a month with this business than I made all last year, and I did it from home. Taylor has a young baby. She's been able to retire her husband doing this. She earned 85 grand in commissions within the first 9 months, and just within the last couple months after that, more than doubled it. And I can't wait to put your picture up and celebrate your wins too. We could literally be here for probably a couple hours going over story after story after story after story of people that have made 6 figures, people that have quit their jobs, people that are at least made a couple $100, the first money they've ever made online after struggling for years and years and years trying to figure it out. People that are so new they haven't made money yet, but they've learned something. They've learned something about themselves. They're learning a new skill set. They're excited about the future. They finally have hope. and they know if they're consistent with this, if they keep it up, that they're going to get the results they're looking for. We could go on and on, but I have a confession to make. All these stories are great, but everyone's got a story. I have my own. Even though I haven't had a boss in almost 3 years, and my online business provides me at least 40 grand per month in personal income every month, and an incredible lifestyle, I get to set my own schedule, all that kind of stuff. Life wasn't always like this. I really struggled as an entrepreneur, and I burned through a lot of cash starting off. I really didn't have a lot of guidance. I actually got scammed out of $78,000 investing into an advertising company. This was money I'd saved up from multiple deployments overseas to Iraq and Afghanistan that I had planned on investing into real estate, because I didn't know anything about online business. I didn't know anything about business in general. I had started reading some real estate books. I had bought some cash flow properties, done fairly well with that. And I was planning on, that was going to be my long-term thing, right? My passive income dream, where I buy a bunch of properties and, have a bunch of renters, have some cash flow coming in, and, appreciation and all that. And then that was going to allow me to live the lifestyle I wanted. Well, instead, I decided to invest in this advertising company, and I tried to get there faster. And it turned out to be a total scam. I lost a lot of, I lost that money, lost a lot of self-confidence, had a lot of problems. After that, I got into online marketing, but I didn't make any money for about 7 to 8 months. So now if you're keeping score, this was probably 7 or 8 months out of the Army that I lost all that other money. And then for another 7 or 8 months after that, I'm still not making any money. I'm learning a skill, but I'm not getting the results. And then when I finally figured a few things out and made a whopping $740 within a single month, it was only after investing everything I had left, plus going into $30,000 or above $30,000 into debt, maxing out credit cards. I cashed out retirement funds and paid the penalties and taxes and all that kind of stuff, just so I'd have money to fund my business and try to figure this stuff out. And it was that very same month that this had actually become my home. This was a truck I had. I had it for actually about 16 years. No, about 15 years. I had this truck for about 15 years. And I actually lived out of this truck for about 5 or 6 weeks because I didn't have enough money to eat and still pay rent and try to run a business. I was still struggling to try to build a business online. So I decided, I can eat and I can run my business and I can live out of my truck. I'd slept in worse places. So, what was a few weeks of struggling, finding parking lots, getting the, cops knocking on the window, all that kind of stuff, waking up at night, because I knew where I wanted to go. I knew this lifestyle was possible. I'd seen it happen for other people, and I was bound and determined that I was not going to fail. I knew I didn't know exactly what I needed to know. I didn't have everything together, but I knew it was possible. I knew I would figure it out. And on the bright side, within about 45 days later, I actually had my first $20,000 month online. I'm sure, everyone watching this workshop right now, if I said, hey, you plug, you put your head down, you plug into this, you try really hard, and, you learn the skill set, and 45 days later, you had a $20,000 a month, everyone would be thrilled by that, right? I'm sure no one would turn that down. But what if I said, by the way, instead of 45 days from now, you're going to have to go through a year and a half of struggle. You're going to have to spend 6 figures, $100,000. You're going to have to go into debt. You're going to have to live out of your truck. And then you're going to have your $20,000 a month. Are you going to be willing to do that? Probably not, right? Most people aren't. And that's the problem with this industry. Most people struggle. Most people don't have the money. They don't have the time. They don't have the ability, the mentorship to get the results they need fast enough before they just give up. The lifestyle that is possible with an online business is absolutely incredible, but most people, it's a dream. It's always out of reach. And we decided to make sure it's no longer out of reach for the average person. So I wasn't living on my truck any longer, and I decided we wanted to do this. We wanted to help people figure this thing out. So why do you care about this story? Well, most make money online schemes, they're marketed as winning lottery tickets. They're just trying to sell you something. They don't care about you. They take advantage of the uninformed and lazy. And you aren't going to be uninformed after this, and hopefully you're not lazy. So you need to hear the honest truth to become successful in this industry without losing your shirt, without living out of a truck, without going 6 figures in the hole. Now, it's virtually impossible for the average person to save up enough money to ever retire with dignity with a normal job, and often to even get by paycheck to paycheck. Technology is disrupting industries faster than ever, and even if you have a job now, your income is 100% dependent on the whims of an employer or economic conditions that you can't control. If, this Friday, if for whatever reason you didn't get your paycheck, in 2 weeks from now you didn't get another paycheck, how long can you last? What if that job goes away tomorrow? What if you walk into your job and they lay you off? Sorry, we got cutbacks. We have a competitor that's just whooping us, and we just can't cut it anymore, and we're gonna have to let you go. How long can you survive? What if you don't get hired? How many weeks, how many months are you gonna be able to get by? When you're gonna lose your home? If you don't have a backup plan, you need one. The internet is still young. You don't need any prior experience, but you do need to take action today to reap the rewards of this massive opportunity. Now, I learned the hard way what it takes to make money online. I can tell you a lot of stories. And I wanted to create a system that brand new people with limited time, money, and technical skills could just plug into, get freaking results fast, and take charge of their lives with their own profitable online business. A business they can run 24/7, 365, anywhere in the world, whether they're on a beach, whether they're playing with their kids, whether they're volunteering with charity, whether they're staying with a sick relative. Doesn't matter, because their business is running for them and the income's coming in. So I combine resources and experience with my original online mentors to bring you a truly transformational community, marketing system, and premier training. This stuff is absolutely incredible. It's not perfect. It's not 100%. It doesn't work 100% for every single person that comes in, but 100% of people that want it, that are consistent, they get the results. And it is the best thing available for the average person, the most accessible thing for someone to come into this industry with no prior experience and start generating an income online, a real income that's legit, that's going to last, that's going to be there, that they can actually build their life on. And within a very short period of time, you've seen some of the results. If you search social media, you search our group, you talk with people, you will see hundreds and hundreds of stories, unbelievable success stories that it's really become clear that we're flipping the industry on its head. And this is why we set out to do this. We've helped thousands already begin total life transformations, and you will have the opportunity to join us in a movement that's quickly becoming an awakening. If you're willing to learn a simple skill set and put forth consistent effort, we can help you achieve an incredible lifestyle that most people only dream about. Now, this can be for you if you're tired of waking up to alarm clock every day just to get to a job you can't stand, if you love your career, but you're struggling to pay the bills, you're sick and tired of living a life never having enough. If you want to travel, if you want to be your own boss, this can also be for you. You want to spend more time with your family and have the money to do the things you want in life. If you've got no necessary retirement and you want to make sure you and your loved ones have a secure future. And if you've tried and failed at businesses where you pester family and friends, you go to hotel meetings and home parties only to end up with less money than you started with, and a garage full of products you don't need, then please pay close attention. This is definitely for you. And if you're worried about failing because you don't have a lot of experience online, this is for you. You're going to discover that this online business is 90% automated, which makes it easy for anyone to see success regardless of your background or your current financial situation. As long as you have a clear goal and you're willing to put in the work and learn a skill set and you're willing to be trained. If you're willing to show up, showing up is, probably 80% of the battle, just being consistent and learning what you need to learn, getting the feedback. If you're willing to do that, you can succeed with this. You don't have to be a super genius. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, any of that kind of stuff. This isn't rocket surgery. This is whatever. The ground rules: no push a button, get rich. This is not an automatic cash machine type thing. I know there's all kinds of things out there. You click on a link and they're like, make $10,000 overnight. Click this link, give us your email, blah, blah, blah. That's not realistic, right? This is not a push a button, get rich. This is not trading software, binary options, Forex, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, MLM, Ponzi schemes, money games, matrices, money gifting. This is not gambling. We teach you how to do profitable, predictable online advertising to generate leads and sales. And you can actually engineer the income you want to create based on the training that we provide and the system that we have. But this doesn't happen overnight. It's not just throwing a bunch of money up against the wall and hoping something works. We teach you how to test strategically. We give you feedback along the way, and this stuff works. It's proven. This is not make $1 million next week. I know everyone wants to make money overnight, the fly-by-night riches, all that kind of stuff. Easy come, easy go, right? Most lottery winners end up broke, end up way in debt, and have more problems than they started with. This is not, the lottery. This is way better because you're going to learn how to build a true asset that can provide you multiple 6 or even 7 figures. We have had people earn 7 figures with this system that we're going to show you tonight. And it does happen consistently. However, it didn't happen overnight for them. It took some work, and it's going to take work for you if that's the goal you have. No time wasters or tire kickers. This, again, is for people that want to do something different with their life, that want to go above and beyond what the average person is doing in order to get above and beyond the average person's income and the average person's lifestyle. If you're happy with an average lifestyle and an average income, the average person is broke, in debt. They spend more time thinking about their next vacation that they can't afford than they do planning out how to create another stream of income for themselves, or than they do planning out their retirement. If you want to be average, this is not the place for you. If you want to be above average, this is the perfect place to start. Our system is proven to convert, and you are the only variable in this. So do I have your permission to be totally honest? If so, let's make a deal. I promise not to blow a bunch of smoke and sell you some pie-in-the-sky theory of how to make money online. Instead, I'm going to tell you from experience what works, having invested over $100,000 figuring this industry out. But in return, I need your commitment to actually take action on the information you learn. This is the only reason we're here live with you right now. I could throw up a video, I could throw up a recording, we could have this thing play on autopilot, and you could get the information, and it'd be great. But we're here with you live because we want to answer your questions. We want to take an active interest in you, and we want you to see that we're real people. We answer real questions, and that we can actually help you achieve the results you're looking for. But only if you're willing to take action. There's no way I can help you if you're not willing to take action. If you go ahead and start moving forward today towards your dream lifestyle. So do we have a deal? If so, drop it in the chat. Just type in deal. Let us know you're serious. Let us know you're committed, you're excited, and you're ready to have the best 2018. You're ready to make 2018 the year you've always dreamed it could be. Now, before we begin, we're going to jump into training in about 2 minutes. But do you already have online experience, or are you already 100% sure you want what we have? Maybe you watched a recording of this workshop, you've talked with someone in our community, you had a friend you went to school with or you work with, and they just quit their job and now they're doing this full time, and you're like, dude, how'd you do that? And they said, hey, show up to the workshop. This is how I did it. If so, get ready to act quickly. At the end of the training, I'm personally inviting you to join our community. Get a 30-minute one-on-one coaching call with a real person that's made money on the internet. And it's going to tell you from experience how it works. Professional social media advertising training, a 90% done-for-you marketing system, and a lot more. We'll go into the offer in depth later on. That's the offer. It's $99 US. So whatever country it's in, it's $99 US. Starting now, though, I'm actually offering a special Fast Start bonus. Now, this is only available for the serious action takers that showed up with us live. We're in between the holidays. People have a lot of stuff going on. You guys carved out an hour of your time to show up here and to be present, to remove the distractions and pay attention to some life-changing information. You honored us by showing up here live, so we're going to honor you with a special bonus for being here. Now, again, this is for people that already know how amazing our system is and are all in, committed to make money as fast as possible. So here's what's included when you join. For your Fast Start bonus, I'm going to give you access to the Entrepreneur Millionaire Mindset Bonus Training. This is a really, really incredible video series. Early on, when we just started this program, we had so many people that were making money fast, and I really felt it was important to make sure they were also making the mental shift from employee to entrepreneur. Okay, it's two very different mindsets. The employee, they do the work, they go to the work, they get, they punch in. Every 2 weeks they get paid, right? Whether they're, they excel or whether they just do okay work to get by, enough to not get fired. An entrepreneur, you can put in massive amounts of time and effort and energy and money and not make a dime, or you could leverage a proven system and get the right mentorship and, kind of shortcut a lot of the, or avoid a lot of the obstacles And then you can actually make a lot more money a lot faster than you ever thought was possible. But it's a different mindset. It's showing up totally different. It's a totally different skill set, and you have to think a different way. So I actually paid $2,500 for a top business consultant who's actually a friend of mine as well. This was his discounted rate to come in and train my team in this area. This was a 3-hour webinar, $2,500 for 3 hours of work. I'm going to give you access to that training for free when you get started with us today because you're here with us live. And when you take action now, you're still going to get a 100% 14-day money-back guarantee in case you feel this is not for you. So we are taking all the risk on ourselves here. Money loves speed. I've had multiple mentors tell me that in the entrepreneur space, and I'm willing to bet that those serious action takers here with us live will begin making money faster than anyone else. I'm fine with giving them an unfair advantage because we want to work with people that have a winning mindset. Again, you showed up here live, you carved out that time, so we're going to reward you guys for it. So if this applies to you, go ahead and refresh your screen. You should see the button pop up right below this video. If you're on a mobile device, minimize the window for the video, and you should see that button pop up. If not, again, just refresh. Presentation will start right where you picked it up at. So you're not going to lose your spot. We are live, and it's live streaming right now. Now go ahead and take action on that. Again, if that applies to you. For everyone else, we are going to jump into the training in 3, 2, one final warning. You can't unsee this information. So if for whatever reason, again, you're not an action taker, meaning you're going to watch a video, you're going to maybe ask a question, but you're not going to click a button, you're not going to do something. You're not going to do something with this information you're going to learn. It's not going to do you any good. In fact, it's probably going to bother you because you're about to get a world revealed to you of how people are creating incredible incomes from their laptop, from their smartphone, being able to travel anywhere in the world, work, a few hours a day, set their own schedule, spend time with their kids, being able to like all kinds of amazing stuff that just isn't possible for the average person working an average job. And if you don't take action on this opportunity, it's gonna notch you. It's gonna bother you. You're gonna regret it. I almost guarantee it. So with that, we're gonna get started. Let's begin. 3 pillars to a 6-figure online business. You gotta find a product people want. You have to create a sales funnel that converts, and you have to find high quality traffic. Let's go into each of these in detail. The product that people want. So what's the perfect offer? When you want to find a product, this is just starting off. You got to find a product that pays high commissions. We're talking a minimum $500 to $1,000 per sale is really, really essential. You're not going to make a lot of money selling Girl Scout cookies. You're not going to make a bunch of money selling lipstick or makeup and all that, unless you're like Kylie Jenner or something, right? You need to understand there's so many things out there, so many opportunities, so many products, so many home-based business programs, but it's very, very difficult unless you have this skill set we're going to talk about mastered to make money, a lot of money with low-ticket products. We're talking about products that you have to do massive volume in. It's way easier and way faster to get to the income you need, to get to the lifestyle you need with high-ticket products that pay serious commissions. We're talking about serious products. People things that people need and want for their lives. They're going to pay you a big commission. Okay, and we'll go into some detail about that a little bit later. You want to find a product that solves a pain your customer is having. This is a recession-proof product, something that is not going to be here tonight, gone tomorrow. That kind of thing. You want to build an asset. You want to build long-term stability, and you don't want to be bouncing around all the time. And you want to find a product you can sell online. Again, you don't want to have a bunch of, a garage full of products and inventory. You don't want to have to be carrying a bunch of stuff in your trunk because that ties you down to a certain location. You can only sell in a certain area. You're always wasting gas. You're wasting time. You want to have automation. You want to have a system. You want to be able to sell 24/7, 365 anywhere in the world. Now, did you know that 9 out of 10 times when a purchase is made online, someone you don't know is actually getting paid a commission? Now, this normally happens behind the scenes, and as a customer, you probably don't. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I dropped a coin, so sorry about that. This normally happens behind the scenes, and as a customer, you don't even know this is happening. But what if you knew how to get the right offers in front of the right people, and instead of someone else earning that commission, it was you? That's what we're talking about here. There are some companies with affiliate programs you might have heard of: Amazon, Walmart, Groupon, eBay, Expedia, Best Buy. Apple iTunes, not little companies, right? And the list goes on and on. If you just do a Google search of a company you like or you've heard of, followed by affiliate program, just see what pops up. More than likely, they're going to have some kind of program like this. They may not call it a partner or an affiliate program. They may call it a seller program or a partner program or a referral program. But the bottom line is they're going to pay someone like me a commission to bring them a customer, because I have a particular skill set. I know what I'm doing, and you're going to know what you're doing as well when you join our program here. And you're going to get that expertise. You're going to get that experience, and you're going to know how to bring any company you want a customer to where they earn or they're happy because they're getting that customer. They didn't have to go risk their advertising dollars to hopefully bring somebody in the door, and they're going to pay you a commission, and you're going to be hands off at that point. You don't have to deal with the shipping the products out and handling all that other stuff, and all the stuff that goes with it. It becomes hands off. You don't have to deal with manufacturing and all that kind of stuff. Now, there's some companies, like I said, there's Walmart. You can sign up with any of these companies directly. Bottom of their website, it's free and easy to do. Affiliate program. Same thing with Best Buy, turn website visitors into cash. Expedia, people book travel through you. Hotels, flights, rental cars. There's a lot. The travel affiliate travel space is massive. I'm an affiliate for some travel products as well. You can make a ton of money in that space, but there's a lot of different opportunities out there. In fact, that's one of the problems. There's a lot of different opportunities, but they're not all equal. And they all require a certain expertise that when you're just starting out, you really have no clue. And so what a lot of people do is they go for an affiliate network. Okay, now these are networks that have offers that will pay you commissions from multiple different companies. Instead of signing up just with Amazon or just with Walmart or whoever, now you can sign up with a network from a bunch of different companies out there like NCN, ClickBank, Max Bounty, ClickShore, CJ, used to be called Commission Junction, and PureFly, OfferVault. List goes on. I made money with most of these. Guess what? There's going to be a couple issues with this. One is, again, they have tons of offers. So, how do you know which one is really the best? Well, there's a couple things to look for. Let's say you're taking ClickBank, for example. ClickBank, they have info products. These are digital downloads, how-to products, how to lose weight fast, how to get the six-pack abs, how to get the girl, cooking food and wine, all that kind of stuff, green products. And the list goes on and on. They have hundreds of thousands of different products. And if you notice, look on the side. These are the commission structures: $38.93 for a sale, $24.65, $9.82, $40.89. Keep that in mind. It doesn't matter as much just how much you make per sale with ClickBank in particular. What you're actually looking for is a gravity score. This is how you decide if you went with ClickBank and you were going to promote a product there, whether or not that product's probably going to sell. Okay, so you're looking for a gravity score between 20 and 100. And this is just FYI. You don't have to necessarily write this down because we do not actually market ClickBank products at this time for a number of different reasons. But I want to give you an understanding of how this process would work when you're choosing an offer. Okay, so you see an offer, it catches your eye, pays a few bucks here and there. You're going to look for a gravity score between 20 and 100, because if it's less than 20, that means it's probably a really new offer. Or it doesn't sell very well. Not very many people are promoting it, so it's going to be kind of hard to make money. And then if it's over 100, that means it's probably saturated. The market for that offer is saturated. A lot of people are promoting it. It's been around for a while, and so now you're going to be competing against entrenched people, marketers that have been doing this for a while, that know what they're doing, that are making money, that have optimized campaigns, and now you're going to go out and try to compete against them. Imagine opening up a discount store next to a Walmart. How long do you think you're going to be in business? Not very long, right? Same kind of deal. So you're looking for 20 to 100 for gravity score, which may mean sacrificing some commission for a product that may sell better. But do you see the problem with this overall? And all the other affiliate networks are pretty much the same. There's really low ticket products. It's going to be very difficult to make serious money with such low commissions. Okay, imagine if you're an affiliate for Walmart. People are going to Walmart to save money. They're being cheap. Even if they are buying a bunch of stuff, your commissions per product are going to be very, very tiny. We're talking about a couple percent here and there. Stick with me though, because we've got that covered within our system. We do work with a number of offers that are proprietary, that are high ticket, that pay extremely well, that not anyone can just go sign up with any day of the week. Not anybody knows about, or a lot of people don't know about. And it's again, proprietary to our system here. Now, once you have an offer that converts, or an offer that you think is going to convert, that's going to pay you commissions, now you're looking to create a sales funnel that converts, and that is how you actually get people to buy. A sales funnel takes people from being interested in something to making a buying decision. You guys, you enter sales funnels all day long, whether you know it or not. This is not a new concept. It's been around for a while, but we're talking about putting this in the online realm, okay? And you guys interact with these kinds of things all the time, whether you know it or not. Anytime you ever buy or you come close to buying something online. Now, the goal is to convert cold traffic into raving buyers. And if you can create a sales funnel that converts, meaning, it actually works, people buy, the machine functions, it's like printing your own money. This is about as close as it gets to an automated cash machine online. Would you trade $5 for one of these? If I gave you a $100 bill, every time you gave me $5, how many $5 bills are you going to find to give me? Probably as many as you can find, right? Well, obviously, if that was the end of the story, that would probably be a Ponzi scheme, and you should probably run the other way. But what we're talking about conceptually is putting some money into advertising, or putting some time. You're always you're gonna make an investment. And if you're building a business, get this in your head right now. You're going to invest something. You're either going to invest time, money, or both. More than likely both. Okay, but let's say you're investing money into advertising. You're running Facebook ads, you're running Instagram ads, you're doing Google AdWords, or you're making a sponsored post on a blog, or a shout out on Instagram to an influencer or something like that, or through an influencer's account. You're going to pay some money to get in someone's attention, to get in front of an audience. Now, if you have a sales funnel, it's going to take a portion of those people and it's going to turn out buyers, okay, for whatever your offer actually happens to be. And the goal is to create a profit. And we have people, in terms of being an online marketer, professional internet marketer, you're looking to make at least 2 to 1 on your ad spend per month, okay? That is like a baseline minimum. If you're not doing that, like, you aren't a professional. that's just how it works, right? And realistically, for the types of campaigns we run, if I spend $1,000 in advertising and I only made $2,000 back, I'd be pretty disappointed. Most of the time, I'm looking to make at least 5 to 12 to 5 to 1 to 12 to 1 with the campaigns that I run. Okay, so imagine putting $100 in advertising and making $1,200 back, or putting $1,000 into advertising and making $12,000 back. That's what we're talking about here. And it is possible. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds like astronomical figures, because in the traditional world of finance and investment and all that, the average person that buys a stock, or buys a mutual fund or something like that, they can never expect returns like that. It's not realistic for them. Go to your stockbroker, give them $10,000, tell them to invest in the best fund they have, and tell them, oh, by the way, I need to make 2 to 1 on my money per month. He's going to laugh at you, right? It's not realistic. But when you're talking about an online business, that happens. And that happens with consistency when you have automation, when you have leverage, when you have high ticket products and a converting sales funnel. Now, creating your converting sales funnel, traditionally, it's not easy. It requires technical knowledge, design experience, and marketing know-how. The people that know how to do this typically don't share it with you. And if they do, they charge you a lot to either learn how to do it or to do it for you. The tools need can be really expensive, and it can take some time to get it all set up for the best results. So here's how a simple online sales funnel works. You don't have to, take notes on this specifically. I just want you to understand it conceptually. You have people online, right? People are plugged in on their phone, on their tablet, on their desktop or laptop. They're hanging out on all the sites you normally hang out on. Google and Facebook and YouTube. Those are the top 3 most visited sites in the world. And, there's also Twitter and, LinkedIn and Bing and all the other sites out there, different blogs and news sites and all that kind of stuff. And they're going to see an eye-catching ad. Okay, how many of you have ever seen an eye-catching ad that, you see ads all the time, probably thousands of ads a day, but every once in a while, there's a few of them that are going to catch your eye. And it's actually going to build some curiosity, and you're going to click. It's going to take you to a page that is a squeeze page, a landing page. There's a lot of different terms for it. But the bottom line is the page is going to make a promise, okay? This is a website with a promise. And it's going to say, hey, we know you want something because you clicked on this ad, and we know what you want, and we've got it. But to give it to you, or to give you a piece of what it is that you are asking for, we're going to make an exchange. We're going to ask for your name and email because we want to be able to follow up with you. We want to be able to give you more of what you want, okay? That's really how that process works. So you opt into a list, and then you see an offer, okay? And guess what? You may buy, you may not. Doesn't really matter though, because now we have your information. Now we know what you want. We know what you're interested in, and we can give you more emails. We can give you more content. We can deliver retargeting ads. We can show you additional products or that other product in a different light and show you how it's going to solve a problem that you have. And if you didn't have that problem, there's no reason you would ever click on that ad. And there's no reason that you would ever enter your name and email. That's how the process works. And ultimately, a portion of people will whip out a credit card and they'll buy. Okay, and if you understand the numbers and you understand the metrics in this process and you optimize this whole thing, this is the money machine. Okay, this is how it works. But it's easier said than done because usually it gets really complicated. It can look something like this. This is an Infusionsoft campaign. It gets, they go way more complicated than this kind of stuff. You don't need to know all that. I just want you to understand this is not just something you stumble across on, okay? It's not something you read a blog article on Entrepreneur or on Inc. magazine, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm going to do online marketing. I'm going to create a sales funnel. And then 2 hours later, it's done. It doesn't work like that. You're going to need high quality traffic, a high converting capture page, high converting sales process, engaging and valuable email content, high quality, high ticket product, precise tracking through the entire process. Upsells and downsells are optional, but can add a lot to your bottom line and a lot to your customer experience as well. And every single one of these pieces can be a skill in and of itself that would take you months to years to master, or thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars to learn on your own or to hire people to do it for you. People that actually know what they're doing. Every single one of these pieces, and I'm not exaggerating. You can easily spend countless hours and over $10,000 plus testing your funnel to get the highest converting sales. I don't know if any of you have ever been on webinars similar to this, or any kind of sales presentation where people are trying to sell you something. They're always going to tell you, oh, it's so simple and quick and easy to do. It's a microwave business. Just click the link and money's going to fly, fall from the sky. They're lying, or at bare minimum, they're exaggerating, because it's never like that. There's always a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of moving parts. But you don't need to do this though. I'm going to show you an alternative. That's not magic, but it will save you thousands of dollars and a lot of time and frustration later. And the final piece here, now that you have an offer and you have a converting sales funnel, now you need people. That's what high quality traffic is, the right people. Traffic in the online marketing world, that's just visitors to a website, clicks. Okay, clicks or eyeballs on an offer. That's what we like to call it. And without traffic, really nothing else matters. So let's take the offline world, for example. Let's imagine a shopping mall with no people. Okay, it's right after Christmas here. You guys probably, a lot of you ended up in the mall, except for those of you that did all of your shopping online, which are a pretty substantial portion of the population, and it's going up every year. Imagine that. But let's take the offline example, right? You wanted to get in the holiday spirit. Maybe you like the energy, you like the vibe. You wanted to go out and get in the Christmas spirit and all that kind of stuff. And you're shopping through the mall. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter if that mall has the best stores, the best brands, the best discounts and sales going on, the best salespeople. They could sell ice to Eskimos. If no one is walking through that store, there's going to be no sales. That business is not going to make any money, right? Just makes sense. Well, same thing online. You can have the fanciest, flashiest website, the best ads, the best sales copy, hardcore phone closers that will, again, sell ice and Eskimo. No one visits your website. You ain't going to make a dime. But just any traffic won't do. Did you know you could have a massive Instagram following? You could have a massive Facebook following. You could have, people that subscribe to your blog, people, 100,000 visitors to your website every month, and you could still not make any money. Just any traffic won't do. So what you need is high quality traffic. That means your traffic must match your offer. So here's an example. Let's say you're promoting a course that teaches women how to potty train their toddlers. Would you rather have traffic from a Facebook Moms group or traffic from an ad on a Hot Rod website? Which do you think would be better? The more targeted your traffic is to your offer, the better it's going to convert, meaning more people will buy, and the lower your advertising costs will be. And that means more money in your pocket. This is huge. This is so critical. So many people get this wrong because they just think, oh, if I've got all these likes on my video, if I have all these people messaging me, if I have all these comments and all this stuff, I'm going to make all this money. It's not true. It's got to be the right traffic. So here's the formula, guys. This is the moneymaker. If you have an offer that's proven to convert, specifically a high ticket offer that's going to pay you hundreds to thousands of dollars per sale, a sales funnel that converts, that actually works, this proven process, optimized and tested, it works like clockwork, and high quality traffic, the right type of people to enter that sales funnel to see that offer, a portion of those are going to buy, and that's going to give you the income you need to walk away from your job, to get out of debt, to travel the world, to pay cash for cars, to put the kids through college, to retire your parents, to do whatever it is you want to do. If you're going to use money for, this is the fastest, easiest, simplest way I know for the average person to pick up a phone, to pick up a laptop, and start making some money. Now, there are two ways to profit with this. Method one is direct linking, otherwise known as direct to sale, and that's where you simply pick an offer and send traffic with an ad. Simple, quick, and easy to do. Method two is build an email list and sell to your subscribers over and over again. Let's say you want to pick an offer and use ads. You can simply put an offer in front of your chosen audience with ads, and some might buy right now. That's only a small percentage that ever buy at first sight. And that's not to say you can't make money like this. You can make money this way. It's typically seen a lot in e-commerce, but it's really not the best way to go about this because it can actually be very expensive to get your campaigns dialed in. It's difficult to scale, and it won't give you the ability to make long-term, predictable, life-changing money. You're always having to find new offers and try new ad content and do the flashy, eye-catching stuff. A lot of times people are doing like arbitrage. You're basically just buying from Alibaba in China and then shipping to the US. And stuff like that. You end up with 6-week wait times and a lot of customer refunds, and you deal with customs and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes your shipment gets held up and returned back. And there's all kinds of pitfalls and challenges. And people, even that are great in that model, that make a lot of money, sometimes 7 figures, a lot of these guys, they still build a list. They build an audience. And this is the best way to build that asset. You build a targeted email list, and it's where you give people that they can't refuse to join your list. A free report, webinar, video training, discount code or a coupon, maybe even a free product to get that product in their hand, because now you have their information. Some people will then buy your paid offer right away. Most will not, but the good news, again, you can keep selling over email and increase your conversion, meaning more people buy, making you more money. This is how the online marketing pros do it. And there's nothing immoral about it. This is totally ethical. This is business. You're building a list, you're building an audience, you're building a brand, and you're delivering content and offers and value to people that have a need. It's the same thing. If you have a grocery store, you're giving people food, they're giving you money. Same kind of deal. This is a secret formula to 6 or 7 figures online. Here's an example from this webinar. You guys opted into a lead capture page. It may look like this. We have a lot of different ones out there, but you gave your name and email because you're interested. You wanted to see how this whole thing worked. You wanted to get this kind of training, and you weren't going to get the real deal anywhere else, or you had a high degree of confidence you probably weren't. And this stuff works. You're here right now on our free online workshop, and this shows you that building a list is key to online success. And it's not just something where we say, it's like we have the tools and experience to do it. We did it to get you here, right? So you know the system. Lots of people are using this simple system to make serious online profits. We're talking multiple 6 and 7 figures per year with only a couple years of experience. Imagine going to college for 4 years. You get out, you're 6 figures into debt, and you work a job. You get paid a job, or you land a job that's not even in your career field, or not even in the field you went to school for. That's the stats. About 80% of people are in that boat, and you end up making 40, 50 grand a year, and then you're paying off 6 figures into debt for years. Imagine the flip side, learning how to build a business online, spending 3 or 4 years figuring that whole thing out, and then coming out and making multiple 6 or 7 figures per year with no boss, working from a laptop anywhere in the world, and having, you know, tens of thousands of dollars come in per month on autopilot. Sounds crazy, right? But that's a choice you have. And most people make the other choice. Nothing wrong with college. I went to school. I got a master's degree, all that kind of stuff. But that didn't help me build a business online. I learned that the hard way. Imagine coming into this system, and instead of taking 3 to 4 years to learn, you take 3 to 4 months. In fact, what I've shown you here tonight, you could go out and do all this on your own. Okay, there's, you know, this thing works. This thing works for any industry out there, in any niche, product, or service, or opportunity you wanted to promote. You could, you know, there's ways to do it. And you could figure it out over time if you're consistent and you had a bunch of time and money. But guess what? There are 2 big problems you're going to face if you try this on your own. And this is why you're here. Number one's your time. You're going to have to spend countless hours learning the ropes before you finally get success and start making money. And number 2 is your money. You're going to have to spend your money getting everything set up in your sales funnel and testing to make sure it converts. Like I said before, this can easily cost you over 10 grand. I've seen it over and over again. I've seen people spend as much as $100,000, over $100,000. 2 people in particular I'm thinking of that I've talked to, that I've met, and I've shaken their hand, spent over $100,000 with no return online. Never made a dime. Now is the time to make money online. Don't be that person. Don't be the person that spends 100 grand and then comes up with nothing. If you're a super ambitious person, you could do a lot of research, watch a lot of webinars, buy a ton of info products and software, and try to put all this together on your own. Maybe 60 to 90 days. You could put, you know, a framework together. You could build a sales funnel. You could, you know, start building a list and all that. I highly doubt you'd be profitable. In fact, I'm very confident you wouldn't be. It would take you a long time to really get out, you know, work out the kinks, to put everything together, make sure it works, to optimize, you know, to learn the front end marketing and how to close sales and all that kind of stuff. To build your own sales funnels like we have, you'll need ClickFunnels or Leadpages, Aweber, GetResponse, Infusionsoft, ClickMagick, WordPress, HostGator, WebinarJam, Shopping Cart Merchant Account Solution. And that's just the start. I was trying to do it all in one breath just to see if I could. Because then you'll need to find high quality traffic, a high ticket offer that's proven to convert, figure out how to sell on your own, and then find high quality traffic from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Google, etc. If all that sounds a little overwhelming, I guarantee you it's because it is. It really is pretty overwhelming. When I got started online, like, I got overwhelmed. I still learn new things, and even sometimes now, you know, I have to take things at little chunks because there's just so much information out there. There's so many tools. There's so much software. There's so much opportunity that it's almost a negative because you just don't even know where to start. You don't know how to put it all together. You don't know what the best option is. You know, don't know, hey, if I spend $200 on this software, you know, am I going to need to buy this too? Am I, you know, then how am I going to use it? Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to go to that conference? Do I need to watch the webinar from that guy? Like, what do I do? That's just the reality. People get overwhelmed, they get frustrated, and they give up. But if you want click-by-click training, showing you exactly how we do all this, then we do have the perfect solution. Now, this is what you need to get started online. You need a program that's going to build sales funnels for you. This is ClickFunnels. This is a program we use. There's a lot of different ones out there. They all cost money. ClickFunnels is, you know, 99 bucks a month. If you have the pro package like I do, I spend about $3,500 a year. It's about 300 bucks a month. Aweber's an email autoresponder. There's a lot of different ones out there. Again, I spend about, well, $228 a year. That's just the basic subscription. That's billed monthly. But as you add more names to your list, you're building an audience, you're in the game, you're building a business, you're going to be spending some money on it, right? That's going to be some overhead for you. If you have a list like I do of over 100,000 subscribers, they charge about 15 grand a year for that. ClickMagick, $792 a year. This is a link tracking and filtering software. Again, it's all about data. You need to figure out, you need to know where your clicks are coming from. You need to know the real people. And this is how we actually monitor that. And WebinarJam. We have a lot of different webinar programs out there. We use different ones. This is one of the ones we use, $397 a year for that particular program. It's one of the better ones out there. And so just for these 4 tools alone, $2,600 your first year. And realistically, you're probably spending more than that if you're actually in the game, actually doing stuff, right? And these are just for these 4 tools, just basic, just to have a chance at building a list and building a sales funnel. Then you'll also need to know the strategy. And don't forget about finding a high quality, high ticket offer that's proven to convert. Hope you have a lot of cash if you go that route. It is not cheap. So why don't you let us do the heavy lifting? 90% of the work. And just save you a lot of time and money instead. And help you not get overwhelmed. Help you know exactly what to do every single time for the next step so you don't ever get stuck. You don't get frustrated and give up. It's not to say that it's going to be simple or that it's going to be easy. It is pretty simple, but not to say that it's always going to be easy. But you're always going to have support. You're always going to know how to move forward. You're always going to know what you need to do. It's not going to be a question of throwing your hands up in the air and just throwing in the towel. So here's the deal. Team Phoenix partner with Global Affiliate Zone to bring you the most comprehensive internet marketing system ever developed, and we're going to show you step by step how all this works and let you plug into our $350,000 plus bleeding edge marketing system. When you become part of the team, you'll be welcomed to our family. We have an amazing community, very, very warm and supportive. You also discover how you can make commissions of up to $4,000 per customer with our core offer without actually having to do the selling. So this is pretty slick here. So understand, just being totally transparent with you guys. If there's any program out there where it's a make money type program or a business opportunity, home-based business, anything like that, and they just say like, hey, just join this thing and then tell some other people to join this thing and you make money, and then other people tell them to join this thing and you make money, like that's probably a scam, right? There has to be real product sales for it to be a real business, okay? We have real products. You can pick up these things and hold them in your hand, like real physical products. That's what we market. High ticket physical products in the health niche primarily. But you don't actually have to do the selling. So you don't have to be the one with that expertise. You don't have to spend the time. You don't have to do the work of generating the leads, having your leads go through the sales funnels, and then being responsible for closing those sales. We actually take care of that for you. So here's what this is going to do for you. This is pretty cool. You're going to discover how to get hordes of targeted visitors that are ready to buy from you. Getting set up is 100% done for you. All you have to do is plug in, follow videos click by click. There's no, coding involved. You'll discover a stealth Facebook ads method that no one's talking about that makes it easy to get traffic flowing and possibly even make money from day one. Now, this is not to guarantee you're going to make money day 1, day 2, day 587. I do never guarantee you're going to make a single dime again. I don't know you. I don't know if you're going to do the work. I just don't know. And we can never guarantee that for anybody, but documented cases. I've seen people make money their very first day. I've seen people make as much as thousands of dollars their very first weekend within their very first week. We've had a girl recently, she made, I think, $7,200, $7,300 within her first 30 days. And that stuff happens all the time. Most of our top leaders actually didn't make money their first month. A lot of them, it took 2 or 3 months for them to start seeing some cash roll in. But it's possible. It's possible because of the system that we have in place. And you will be able to make money at any time while you sleep because of the automation. This is an internet business, 24/7, 365, anywhere in the world. You can have ads running, leads and sales rolling in. Okay, it's not magic, but it's the next best thing. Here's how our team automates 90% of the online business process. This is probably the most important slide in this entire presentation. So wake up. If you started to drown out a little bit, you started to get distracted, lean in on this. Take some notes, take a screenshot, take a picture, whatever you got to do, get out the stone tablet, start chiseling, because I need you to understand this information here. We hand you a high-paying, high-converting offer that's proven to get results. We have a proprietary offer with a third-party company that has multiple product options that we work with for our system, with our members. We don't go into detail on this particular workshop. We have a 90-minute video within our system that goes into all of this in detail, the products, the compensation plan, how this compares to other offers, why we pick this offer, how much money you can make, all that kind of stuff. We don't have the time to go into it right now. And we also don't have the incentive to. Again, this is proprietary. We are the top producing sales team in the world with this offer, and we're going to keep that, or we're going to stay that way. So we're not just going to show it to everybody. We build and test your capture pages. This is going to save you tons of time and tons of money. Again, you don't have to go off and buy ClickFunnels or Lead Pages for spending hundreds of dollars on that. That's money you could invest into advertising instead and grow your business right away. You store and manage your email list through our autoresponder. These are your leads, but we actually cultivate that list for you. We email leads on your behalf, building relationships for you with proven copywriting. Copywriting is one of the highest paid skills in the entire world. Copywriting is simply writing words that sell, okay? Marketing content, writing emails, sales videos, letters, sales videos, all that kind of stuff. If you understand how to do that, and it's really just predictive psychology, but you understand how to do that, you can charge as much money as you want for that skill set, and people pay it. Businesses pay it. I have buddies that get paid thousands of dollars to write a couple emails, believe it or not. We handle sales presentations and webinars that convert between 3 to 7 times higher than industry standards. You don't have to figure out PowerPoint or Keynote. You don't have to figure out webinars. You don't have to spend your time. You don't have to test all those. We close sales for you. Again, real product sales with real people delivering real value, and you're making real money. We process orders and handle customer support. This is going to save you a ton of time. Deal with all that headache for you so you never have to deal with any of that kind of stuff. And we conduct ongoing live trainings for you and your team so you don't have to be the expert mentor. Now, this is not one of those fly-by-night home-based business programs where you go to the hotel meeting or you see some video online and you're supposed to go bring your brother, your cousin, or your friend from kindergarten and 2 days later you're supposed to be their expert mentor. You're supposed to show them the ropes. You're supposed to teach them all the skills and all that. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense because you're as wet behind the ears as they are, right? You're just as new. And so we understand that. There's leverage within our system. There is team building. However, you are not dependent on team building. You are not dependent on sponsoring massive amounts of people just to make a few bucks here and there. You can make an incredible income just on your own efforts alone because of our system, because of the automation and doing online marketing, which is pretty cool. But again, because there is leverage, we want you and your team to be successful, so we take on that responsibility of training them as well. Take a screenshot, take a mental snapshot of this, because this is exactly what we are offering here to you guys, and this is why we're doing this live, so we can answer your questions, we can plug you into this system, and we can show you, take you by the hand and show you how to make money on the internet as fast as possible without wasting a bunch of time and money that you don't need or have, or that you don't have, right? Money that you need and could use in your business. We'd rather have you market your business than going off and paying, a bunch of these other tools and, software or whatever, paying for all their subscriptions, making them money. All you have to do is follow click-by-click training on setting up your ads and generating quality leads for our sales funnels. In other words, you don't even have to find people. You simply place ads that make them come to you, and these are people that you don't even know. This is not the family and friends route. When they raise their hand and say, yes, I'm interested, we take it from there and you get paid. Pretty cool deal, right? So are you ready? Stick with me here. We are almost done. When you join Team Phoenix, you get personal coaching, access to our success team and resources, support groups, weekly webinars, weekly trainings, ongoing mentorship tools and training to ensure your business is a success, Facebook ads training with step-by-step modules, and access to our Sleeping Giant products that produce commissions as high as $4,000 per customer. With actually over $1 million the very first month we even launched this campaign with their click-by-click system, and millions more since then. It's been absolutely amazing, incredible ride, and we're inviting you along. So you're gonna get personal coaching, 30 minutes one-on-one with myself, one of our leaders, to map out a game plan for your success. It's gonna help you get off on the right foot. You'll begin seeing results quickly and know exactly what to do next. I'm going to roll through these really quick. Pay attention. This is a $499 value. This is a real value. I personally charge $499 for an hour of consulting time. So on my own, that's outside of this. So you're going to get an amazing deal here. This is, again, 30 minutes minimum one-on-one with somebody that has actually made money on the internet. We have about 60 full-time coaches that are taking calls and helping you along. So you're going to be set up for success. Access to our team and resources. You're going to get access to our team for ongoing questions, our support, all of our team's resources. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Our team is here to help you succeed in every way possible. And if you ever get stuck or you just need a little help, our leaders are here to help you along the way. We have an incredible, warm, supportive community, thousands of people that tons of people are willing to, at any time of day, answer a question for you. They always, you drop a comment in the Facebook group, got a quick question. There's tons of people that are there to help you, and that are just there to serve. $4,899 value. Team groups, weekly webinars, and weekly training. If you're gonna get ongoing training with our team to make you an expert and ensure you build your business as big as you want. If you want to come in here and make $500 a month, cool. If you want to make $5,000 a month, cool. If you want to make $50,000 a month, cool. We've had people do all of that and more, and it happens regularly. But there's a different commitment level, obviously, to making $50,000 per month versus making $500 a month. None of it happens by accident. The basic skill set is exactly the same, but obviously you're not just gonna, spend 20 minutes a day, 2 days a week, and all of a sudden, oh, hey, I'm making 50 grand a month. Don't happen like that. Okay, we're gonna cover everything you need to start making money right away during trainings. All trainings recorded, so you can always go back if you ever want to refresh on anything, and that's a $299 a month value. When I was first in online marketing, about the first year, when I really didn't have much money and I already lost a lot of money, when I finally started making some money, I was part of a mastermind group. I spent $500 a month for 8 months to be a part of this group and got way less in value than you're going to get here for just this. Facebook ads domination training. Facebook is one of the easiest ways to get that high quality traffic we talked about earlier flowing into your sales funnel. Facebook knows everything about everybody. If you are logged into Facebook and you're shopping or you're just surfing the web, Facebook knows every website you go to. They know the pages you like. They know the groups you're in. They know the content you follow. They know where you live, where you work, how much money you make, your credit score. They know the credit cards you use. They know how much you travel. They know who your friends are, they know all that information. And we're able to leverage a lot of that data as advertisers and get the right offers, or the very targeted advertisements in front of the right people that are very likely to actually be interested in that information and make a decision to ultimately to buy. You're going to get step-by-step training modules that will show you exactly how to start making money with Facebook ads right away. And this over-the-shoulder training is newbie friendly. We want it to be as simple as possible, and it retails for $9.97. We're including it right now for free, and we're constantly updating it with the latest strategies from Facebook marketing pros. All the top leaders, myself included, we go to seminars, we join mastermind groups, we spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars per year on continuing education, to go to conferences, to go to seminars, to buy, coaching from the top internet marketers in the entire world, on the face of the planet, people that make hundreds of millions of dollars per year. And we take those strategies and we take what we learn, we take what we test that we spend our money on, and then we put it in the training. So you guys get access to that. Again, $997 value. Mentorship tools and training. Many of the tools you need to get your online business off the ground would easily set you back hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now, you're going to get everything you need to start building a successful online business when you join the Team Phoenix community, just with our system. Now, the tools and training, that's about a $3,000 value added up. But the mentorship makes this whole thing priceless. There's really no price tag on it, because just in terms of the time it's going to save you. I'm not even talking about money. Of course, it's going to save you thousands of dollars in mistakes and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of time, I mean, what is the real value? What is a day of your life worth? Okay, if you work a normal job and you get paid $10 per hour, and you work 8 hours a day, guess what? A day is worth $80 to you. Okay, but what if you only had 3 days to live? Is that day still worth $80? Probably not, right? You're getting the exact system that people on this webinar have exclusively used to quit their jobs and design their dream lifestyles. So your investment. If you try to build your own online business, you can do it, but you're going to invest thousands of dollars in training and tools just to get started. And it's possible to do it on your own. But again, it's just going to take you a lot of time and a lot of money. Why? When you join Team Phoenix, you get access to ongoing training, a team of success-minded people that are focused on your success, incredible, warm, supportive community, new friends. Really, really cool. Everything you're getting today is valued at $9,694. We host live events as well. These are real people you're going to meet face-to-face one day, probably sooner than later. You won't pay anywhere near $9,694 today, obviously. We want to make this as accessible as possible to everybody. That's why we started this whole thing. Now, we originally planned to open the doors to this at $499, which is a great deal, because at $499, you're still saving thousands of dollars. One-on-one coaching call alone, again, that's my standard consulting fee. What's the offer, right? I love memes, by the way. This is just, it's a hobby of mine. When you make money on the internet, you can make a bunch of memes during the day. It's kind of cool. So we decided to make this, again, as accessible as possible to anyone that's serious about changing their life and about creating an income online. So we decided that $99 was the bare minimum we could charge to still value what we're, obviously to ensure people are valuing what we're offering here. Because again, you're taking time, you're taking a coaching call with a real person that's spending some time and energy, you're creating a strategy for you to succeed. And there's some homework you got to go through as well, right? There's some material you got to go through. There's some training you got to get into, and some work involved on your part. So if you decide through this process, we're going to give you a couple weeks here. If you decide that this is the program for you, you love this community, you love the system, the structure, the training, the mentorship, all that, all we charge is $99 a month. Pretty cool deal. You get the entire system, everything we just covered, and it's risk-free. No long-term contracts, cancel at any time, no fees or penalties. But if all this did was finally help you see a light at the end of the tunnel for some retirement security, do you think it would be worth it? And if all this did was give you a safe and supportive community of like-minded entrepreneurs that are rooting for you to become the best version of yourself, that's a common, or my definition of successful. I've had a number of mentors. That was how they define success. Would it be worth it? And if all this did was save you hundreds to thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of your time learning this industry on your own, would it be worth it? I think the answer is pretty clear, right? So here's what you need to do next. Go ahead and click the button below that says join our team. If you don't see that button below, go again, just refresh your screen. You should see it pop up. It's an orange button. It literally says join our success team or join our success team now. And you can get started right away. Just go ahead and create your Team Phoenix GAZ account. You can schedule your coaching call immediately after you create your account, and then you can jump into the system orientation and initial training, or you can wait until after this call. We'll be done here in just probably 20 more minutes. We'll then publicly welcome you into our community and celebrate your choice to break free from the rat race. And then we'll show you exactly how to start making a lot of money as fast as possible, which I know you're excited about. So let's recap. If you want to learn how to build a profitable online business, get started without technical skills or prior experience, save a bunch of money, a ton of time, skip all the common mistakes most people make, and start making real money, join these amazing leaders and thousands of others in our community that have decided to change your life. Click the button, invest just $99 to start your own online lifestyle business and change your life. So what's the catch, right? Oh, that's, everything sounds great. It makes sense, but it's only $100. There's got to be some kind of catch. Well, guess what? There's no catch. We're going to give you complete access to our entire training suite, marketing system, and community for a full 14 days to decide if our program's for you. I will tell you right now up front, this is not for everybody. Everybody's free and welcome to try this out and find out for themselves, because only you can make that decision. I'm not going to prejudge. I'm not discriminate. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care how much money you make, how old, how young, how dumb, how fat, whatever. You're going to decide if this program's for you. Okay. After that, you can go month to month to cancel your subscription at any time with no fees or penalties, but you won't, because we know you're going to absolutely love our team and the value you receive. Our testimonials speak for themselves. The only caveat to this is not 14 days to make a bunch of money or quit. Okay, if you're coming into this with that mentality, please do us a favor, do yourself a favor, and just close this window now. Close off the video, go back, watch TV, pick up a beer, whatever you want to do. Just, this isn't for you, because this is not a make money in overnight scheme. Most of our top leaders, people that have, like Sean and Melissa, people that have earned over $500,000 in a year and a half with this system, people that have earned hundreds of thousands of dollars, people that have quit their job within a couple months of getting started, most of them didn't make money their very first month. Now, if any of them had given themselves only 14 days to make money or quit, they wouldn't be where they're at right now. They'd still be working their job. They'd still be in debt. They'd still be tied down to a specific location. They wouldn't be living the incredible lifestyle that we're offering to our community here. And if you only give your dreams 14 days to happen or not, you probably don't deserve them. Okay, you're not dreaming big enough. It's you're just not worth it to you. And you're just going to have to settle for the life you've chosen. So again, 14 days to decide if our program is for you, not 14 days to make a bunch of money or quit. So here's what you need to do. Go ahead and click the button. It's going to take you to this page. It is a secure checkout. There's a 100% money back guarantee right there, clear as day, for anyone to see. So this is not, and we use a secure merchant account. This is, the same security as anything else online. If you're buying through Amazon, you're buying, from Walmart, and they all use different merchant accounts. And you have the same consumer protections you would have anywhere shopping online. The only way you can lose is if you don't click the button to join us now. You watch all the way to this point. You want to build an online business that's going to set you free, and you're not going to find an opportunity to get this much for such a low investment anywhere else. I know that for sure. It's almost a joke at this point, because I know what else is out there. I know what people spend trying to find an opportunity like this, and they pay so much more and get so much less. Seize the opportunity today to get on the exact system that's changed my life, many, many others in our community, and will change yours. And with that, we're going to hear from a few people that have had their lives changed. Real people, Sean and Melissa being the first to come on up. The original power couple, as we like to call them.
What's up, Coach?
Yes, sir. That's just a pretty blue shirt you got on.
You like that? You like the baby balloon?
It matches your eyes.
What's up, guys? First off, just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for you being here tonight. I know it's in the middle of the holidays. We're coming up on the new year, which is cool. Holidays, and really glad that you're here. You asked a lot of questions tonight. I've actually already put together a big list. One of the big ones, Dwayne, by the way, asking great questions, man. That's awesome. One thing that I wanted to share really quick, Holly was asking, like, what happens after you click the orange button? Just so you guys know very clearly, you're going to be put through about 3.5 hours of coaching material. You're going to cover a couple of videos. We ask you to complete a deep dive questionnaire, which kind of gives us a game plan of kind of where you're at in your life right now and where you're trying to get to. Information, we're going to develop a plan that's going to work for you. So all the rest of the questions, if you guys have questions now, list them in the chat roll. Coach Odom's going to answer them between our stories here. But what's our story? We are a product of the system, and we are fairly newlywed and wanted, when we got married, we were excited because we had one desire, one goal was to experience everything together in our life. Like, that was it. And honeymoon, came back from the honeymoon, and then all of a sudden, just like everyone experiences, if you've not experienced it yet, the 9-to-5 traditional lifestyle rips you apart. And Melissa ended up going one way, and she was working in a dentist's office.
Dental office. Yeah, I was working a lot of hours and stuff, and just basically a separate schedule than what Sean was working.
Yeah, she worked days. I worked nights. I was in the financial services, and so I would get up in the morning, go across town, and I would do some training, and then I would be in the parking lots of the world all day long, asking for people's names and numbers. Ick. Right? It was awful. I hated it. I still hate it.
I hated watching, him have to walk up to people in the parking lot and ask for their names and numbers, and then have them look at him like he's a crazy man. And I'm like, oh my gosh, but he's so awesome. All these people are just like,
you're biased, but
yeah,
thank you.
I am, but you are. So yeah.
So anyway, I was trying a lot of different things. We were actually living off, Monster was her nickname is Monster. We were living off her income from the dental office, and the rest of the income we were living off of was credit cards. So like, my ego was blown out the door. Like, I was living on credit cards. Like, that's scary. We racked up about $80,000 in credit cards, and we tried a bunch of other programs. Like Coach Odom got scammed out of $78,000. We didn't get scammed, but we spent $45,000 on other systems on the internet to try to figure out, not on the internet, but just everywhere, to try to figure out like how to break the normal pattern of traditional life, because we knew that there had to be another way, like another way of creating some sort of an income where we could actually own our calendar.
Flexible.
Like flexible. Time freedom, that was our thing. And you know, failure after failure after failure, just miserable. And one point finally where we're like, man, almost giving up, but we knew that we needed to figure it out. Like there had to be a way. And I started reading, I came across this article in Forbes where it started talking about millionaires being created from the internet. And I don't know if you remember the slide that Coach Odom showed, but there's been 10.8 million millionaires that were created just this year on the internet alone. So like lots of people are doing it. Our problem was like, how the hell, where do we start? What do we do, right? And we were really skeptical when we saw this, just like a lot of people were in the chat there. And but you know, we were willing to invest the $99 just to see, you know, that 14-day money back guarantee. That's always a safety net of sorts. And so we invested the $99, and we went through this just amazing process, and we got lucky enough to talk with Coach Odom. Of course, there's a lot of other superstar coaches in our organization, but Coach Odom spent about an hour of time with us when he was only supposed to spend 30 minutes, probably because I was asking similar questions to the way you were, Dwayne, so for those questions. And I started looking for holes in the system, and I could not find any. And then all of a sudden, Melissa and I were like, it's go time. And we just took off, and Coach Odom just mentored us all the way through. That was the biggest piece that was missing from all the other stuff we had, was we had nobody that had the results that we were trying to achieve except for him. And then he's like, hold on, it's not just me, it's like all these other people. And I was like, oh my God, there's so many more people. And then there we go. Now we just started following them, doing what they're doing, and had similar results. And so thank you very much, Coach Odom, for the opportunity. Always grateful. And the guys, again, click that orange button, get started with us tonight. It'll be a great, great thing for 2018.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. So we have a lot of questions that were kind of saved up throughout the presentation here. So here's what we're going to do. We did run over a little bit, but I'm going to answer every single one of these questions. I have answered a few of them already throughout the presentation, but I'll just touch on them again. We're not going to answer them all at once because we do have a bunch of people that want to come out and share their story, just like Sean and Melissa. People have been making some crazy amounts of money online. So we're going to kind of break them up a little bit. I'm going to answer about 3 or 4 questions real quick right now. And then we'll bring out April, and then Chris, and then I'll answer a few more, and then we'll just go like that. So guys, if you answer or ask a question, I'm going to answer it before we get off here. First question, what are products? Someone or several people asked this. I did mention in the slide, we do have proprietary high-ticket physical products in the health niche. Okay, I don't go into detail on that because I have a 90-minute video that I recorded with another one of our coaches, one of our product experts, that go into detail about that, do product demonstrations, compensation plan, prices, all that kind of stuff. Unless you guys, unless we wanted to do another presentation right after this and talk for a couple hours, even then it wouldn't make sense. It's not leveraged. It doesn't make sense for me to spend that time because guess what? There's a lot of different options for any single person. Okay, so April, for instance, may choose a different option than Chris, may choose something different than Ashley, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and we can't spend that time with you and give you the time you deserve to make that kind of decision for yourself, which is why we do that one-on-one. Okay, you get a coach to ask all your questions for, and it requires some input on your part as well. Again, part of what Sean mentioned, that questionnaire, you got to fill that out. You got to give us something to work with. Because it's not a cookie cutter system. Okay, if you come into this and you say, hey, I want to make an extra $500 a month, and I want to do it within 3 months, all right, cool. If you say, hey, I want to come into this and I want to make $20,000 a month and I want to do it within 5 months, okay, cool. Yeah, I want to make $100,000 a month and I want to do it in 12 months, cool. You can do that. We have people that have done that. But what the person that makes $100,000 a month versus the person that makes $500 a month, in that time frame and all, like there's a lot of different variables that are going to go into that. Okay, you know, how much time do you have? How much money do you have to spend into advertising? You know, how seriously are you going to take this? Are you going to prioritize this? Or are you going to go out drinking every night with your buddies? All that's going to affect the results you get. Okay, and the coaching call is going to go through a lot of that. So if you're interested in the products, you want to know all the details on that, which I'm sure most people do. Again, that is the second video you will watch within our coaching material after you book your call. So jump in, get started, check it out. You're free to check it out for yourself. What's the difference between paid traffic and non-paid traffic? Do we teach both paid traffic and non-paid? We do teach both. So when you are, if you are going to start any business, the lifeblood of your business is marketing, right? Doesn't matter what kind of business it is. You have to market your business. There's a lot of different ways to generate marketing or to market your business. And they're either going to take time in terms of building relationships, even like networking. If you're just like asking for referrals, that takes a lot of time. That takes building a relationship. That takes investing energy and attention into some clients that are going to go out and spread the word. If you are doing blogging or SEO, like all that kind of stuff, that takes time. If you are doing paid traffic, paid advertising, Facebook, YouTube, banner ads, friggin' radio, TV, anything like that, that still takes not just time, it takes money as well. And you're paying a platform to be able to get your content, your message, your something in front of an audience that platform has. That's why Facebook is one of the most valuable companies in the entire world, because 2 billion people per month are on Facebook. Where the attention is where the money is. And this is the most valuable piece of real estate on the planet, not just because it's got my son on it, not just because it's an iPhone X, but because this is where everyone's attention is, okay? If you understand how to get your content in front of the right people on a platform like this, you can make as much money as you want. Now, we teach you paid advertising initially, primarily, because that's the fastest way to get results. We have had people make as much as $10,000 in a single month with spending zero money in paid advertising. So that shows you what is possible. Most of our top earners, people that have made $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90,000 in a month, they all do paid advertising. But they don't have to spend necessarily a lot of money to generate those kinds of results relative to what their actual returns are. And last question I'll answer right now, and then we will bring out April, is how do taxes work? You pay the government money. That's how taxes work. Okay, no, seriously though. Everyone always asks about taxes. So this is a global business. We have a global community of digital entrepreneurs. That's what we're growing here. People have different laws in different countries, right? Most of our community is from the US and Canada. So I will speak primarily to that, but understand if you are bringing in income and you're subject to income taxes in whatever country you live in, then you have to pay that tax to the tax authority, right? Whatever you owe, according to what they say. In the US, you're going to start this out as a sole proprietor and you'll fill out a W-9 and you'll get issued a 1099 at the end of the year. This is all legit. This is a real thing, okay? You're not an employee. You're not signing up for a job. You're not applying for a job. We're not hiring you. I have one employee, my assistant. Everyone else, no one else works for me. Sean doesn't work for me. Chris doesn't work for me. Well, I make Chris work for me sometimes. But anyway, so it's a business opportunity, right? So you are going to be getting a W-9. You receive your full commissions, either direct deposit, paper check in the mail, every time an order is processed and you make a sale. And then you're responsible for paying taxes on the back end. Being that you are starting a business, it is subject to all the standard deductions that you would have for a business. If you're spending money on marketing, that's deductible. If you're spending anything in startup, the $99 a month, I can't give legal tax advice. However, I deduct all that from my taxes and it's all legit. Once you are making a certain amount of income, and this is, again, goes into the mentorship. So many people, it's funny, like people get started in this space. One of my mentors online, he's made about $20 million over his career over the last 6 or 7 years. Started off broke in a trailer park, qualifying for food stamps, barely scraping by, and then ended up within 6 or 7 years making about $20 million. Had some incredible success really, really fast. Only person in his town that had ever made it 6 figures in a year. No one else had ever done it. He didn't know anybody. No experience, didn't know what to do with that money, didn't know what to do with taxes. Ended up paying a lot more in taxes than he should have. He found out over time, but you're going to have that mentorship in place. Hey, if you start making a couple $100 grand in your business, like a lot of these people do, we have professionals in place that are going to help you, that are going to mentor you, that are going to help you set up the right entities, the right structure for your tax situation. That's going to help you mitigate your exposure and actually, live the lifestyle you want. Okay. So, you'll set up LLCs and S Corps and all that kind of stuff. If you're in Canada, you'll fill out I think it's T4, and then you pay taxes to, the Canadians, which is like, I don't know, 98% of what you make or something crazy, whatever you guys do up there. And yeah, so that's how that works. Taxes, you're always going to pay taxes, but it's a great change to be on that side of the tax equation than to be just a W-2 guy or girl. April, you want to come on out and tell your story, and then we'll bring Chris and then answer a few more questions.
Hi. How you doing? Can you see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Well, my name is April, and I live on the west coast of Canada, where, yes, we pay a truckload of taxes, but we have medical, as for helpful as that is. So I'm in my 50s, and my story basically is about, I don't know how long ago now, probably, I don't know, 7 years ago or something. I actually had a financial meltdown. I thought I was all set and I had everything figured out, had a house, had savings, blah, blah, blah. And then I had a huge financial meltdown and actually ended up going bankrupt. So I lost everything, and I mean everything. So I hit 50. I kind of waddled through the next few years trying to figure out what I was going to do. And I've been in the financial services for years. And I was kind of listening to, I don't know, it was a comment that Brandon made or something about cost of things. 10 years ago, when I went into mortgage brokering, I came out and there was no mentoring and no training, and literally paid $750 a month for a desk. That was it. There was no lead generation, there was no training, there was nothing. So that was a tough slog. So this comparatively is a gift. It is such a gift, the way this program is set up. And I was listening to the mentorship comments that Brandon was making, and Brandon, I'm so sorry. I feel like you undersold it. There is mentorship in this program at every single level. It doesn't matter where you are in this program, you are going to get support. So if you're making $100,000, great, you have mentors for that. If you're just starting out, you have mentors for that, and everything in between. Like, the support is unbelievable. I am not a great techie person. As a matter of fact, I laughed when memes were brought up because I didn't even know what a meme was until I started doing this. So there you go for technical savvy, not a whole lot. But I've managed to figure it out, and I'm making money. So that's really the whole point, is checks in the mail, as we like to say. So I'm building quickly and getting prepared to leave my 9 to 5. I'm still in finance and will be leaving soon. And the best part about this is it's fun. And these people are fantastic, and it doesn't feel like a job. And just because there was a joke made last week, I get to drink wine on my job. That's just one of the benefits. I get to work when I want, and I get to choose what it looks like for me. So that's kind of my story, and thanks for hearing me out. What are you drinking, Brandon?
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be a professional, right? Sorry. No,
well, you know what? We're all professional. Nobody's drunk. It's just, it's just being able to relax and do what you need to do. That's all.
It's around the holidays, so I figured, I'd try like Blue Moon Mango Wheat.
Well, I felt obligated to.
I'm not getting paid by Blue Moon, by the way.
So thanks.
Yeah, thanks, April. So yeah, guys. Again, this is a business; it's not a job. So if you wanna crack open a beer at 9 a.m, go ahead. Just keep it in balance, right? Get your work done, get your business taken care of, and all that. Chris, you want to come out and tell your story, and then we'll answer a few more questions.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Where's your beer?
Right on. I haven't got it yet. I just got my water bottle here. I'm missing out apparently. Yeah, so my name's Chris. I'm from Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada, specifically, if you know the area. Here's the quick rundown. I'm 30 years old. I'm married. I have 2 kids. Blood type is, I'm kidding. I'll stop there. But gives you a rough idea of myself. I think, like, for my story tonight, I was in a position when I was looking to come online where I didn't have any time and money to waste. I'm the sole provider for my family, and wanted to be able to keep it to where my wife could stay at home full time. Both of myself and my wife, we want to be able to parent our kids, and that was a really big thing for us. And so when I was in an office 6 days a week, 10+ hours a day, it's like that's not the right model. So I began this search, and as you've heard these other stories, I came across like, hey, like you can actually build businesses, real businesses online. That makes sense to me. I mean, retail stuff is on the decline, brick and mortar's on the decline, and internet sales are exploding. Like who here tonight has not bought something on Amazon? Who here tonight in their last 3 purchases hasn't bought something online? I mean, the numbers say at least 90% or more of us in our last 3 purchases have bought, something online just within our last 3, which is nuts. So I heard this stuff and I was like, okay, that's it. I need to be one of those people that makes money from my laptop. And my mission began. And the piece that I want to share with you tonight is I want to talk to you guys as if I'm talking to myself about a year and a half ago before I started. What I didn't know what I didn't know. Meaning I was never online before. I never had any experience. And if I knew then what I know now, it would have saved me thousands of dollars. Had I found Brandon Odom, Team Phoenix guys, all that stuff first, before I started figuring it out on my own, it would have saved me thousands of dollars. And so when I was in this spot where I didn't really have, I lost just over $5,000 before starting this. To me, that was a lot of money at the time, still is. And it's like when I was going to make a second attempt, like I didn't have room to fail, again, being the sole provider. So I grilled these guys with questions. My recommendation would be 100% click the button, spend the $99. You have no risk at this point, and learn about what this program offers. And then if you actually do your homework and look everywhere else, you'll see that like Brandon, the stuff he's talking about tonight, he's not making it up. The stuff April's saying and Sean's saying, like, we're not making it up. The worst thing you could do is leave and not keep learning and get involved if you're serious about this. So that's my piece for tonight, Brandon. I'll hand it over.
Awesome. Thank you, man. All right. So other questions. Can I start in January? January 2024? January 2026? This January, in a couple of days. Yeah, you can start in January. I'd recommend you start tonight, though. It's kind of the thing. Are you serious? How serious are you? Do you really want to change your life? It's the people that are like, oh, this will be my New Year's resolution. I'll go to the gym. I'll lose 20 pounds. And then, the gym's, packed for 3 weeks. And then by February, it's back to normal. You can start then, or I'd recommend, hey, if you're going to have a couple of days off because, hey, you got New Year's going on, things are closed. What are you going to do? You hang out with family, go out, party one night, and watch some football. Nothing wrong with that, but you probably do that every week, right? Or a couple times a week. Does your bank account reflect, does your lifestyle reflect those choices and those priorities versus starting a business? So you can start it whenever you want. But the people that don't wait, the people that are like, I'm going to start this now. I'm going to do this right now. I'm serious. This is my line in the sand. I'm not letting another day go by, not having a plan in place. I know I know I'm going to be able to provide for my family. I know I'm going to be able to retire at a certain age. I know I'm going to be able to get out of debt. Those people that have a plan and they get a plan together and they execute on it, they don't wait until, one day or, next week or next month or whatever, because that turns into, oh, I'll start in February. The heater broke. We can't afford it. So I will have to start the next month. The car broke down. Can't afford it. That's, if you had started this business a year ago, wouldn't matter if the heater broke down. Wouldn't matter if the car broke down. Go buy a new one. Go buy 2, So Think about that. Like everyone's going to get dealt the same hand over time. You know, the same amount of good cards, same amount of bad cards, relatively speaking. It's the people that take action on the opportunity when they see it, and the people that build on that, they're the ones that are set up. Let's see, another question here. Can I do this from a smartphone? Yes. We've had people make as much. I know 2 cases in particular. One guy made, I think, at least $20,000 using only a smartphone. Another guy, he was doing this for like 4 months. He actually had a $37,000 month. He was in Canadian dollars. He had $37,000 month, and he was doing this business from a Samsung tablet, like an old Samsung tablet, not even like an iPad, and a phone. And then I made fun of him until he went and bought a computer, because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna let you be a professional internet marketer and make all this money just from a freaking phone. So go buy a computer. But yes, you can start that way. You can get results. You can make some money, and then hey, once you're making some money, go buy yourself a computer. Do this right. It is easier to do on a laptop, but you can absolutely do everything, especially starting off on a phone, on a tablet. And our training is optimized to show you how to do that as well. Let's see. What is the average commission? That's a good question. It's a progressive model. So the average person starting off, if you start off the way we recommend here, some people calling me, the average person is able to make as much as a little over $1,100 US on their first sale. Okay. As far as the average commission, the commissions range up to over $4,000 per customer. So I would say the average is probably about $2,000 or something like that, if you average those out. But you're going to make more over time. You basically get promotions in terms of commissions you can earn per customer as you make more sales overall in your business. Okay, to the point where you can actually make the full commission on product sales for any single customer. So this is not like an MLM program where there's 1,000 distributors paid out, a couple pennies here and there for a product sale. It's like there's typically 2 to 3 people getting paid for any given product sale, and sometimes only one. So you can be the one making all the money if you'd like, which is pretty cool. Got a couple other cool questions. What's the average close rate for coaches? I don't hear that very often. So it depends. Our coaches are actually coaches, though. Like the coaches has a vested, or not even necessarily a vested interest, but the coach is there to help someone succeed, right, and answer their questions. And we have a consultative coaching process. Okay, this is not a hard sell, hard close. You got to do this, or your grandma's gonna die, like that kind of thing. So it's all based on what makes sense for you. There are programs out there, which is going to lead into another question in a second. There are programs out there that the goal of their coaches is to get you to freaking take a second mortgage on your house and give them about $62,000. So that's not what this is. As far as the average close to product sale that we do for you on your leads, that is typically after front-end buyers, typically depending on the lead quality, anywhere from 1 and 4 to 1 and 2. I will tell you, most people that go through our process, they absolutely decide they want to buy. Then it's just a matter of helping them out. Let's see. Amy, you want to come out and tell your story?
Sure, Brendan. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead.
All right. I started about a year ago, and at the time I was an IT manager working at an international company, and I had team members on 3 different continents. So that meant that I had a super crazy schedule because I was trying to cover so many different time zones that were a good 8 to 12 hours apart. And you can only live that way for so long before you've had enough, because it becomes very stressful because you don't have a life. You're always at work in one time zone or another. And I was taking everything that I should have done for myself during the week and cramming it all into the weekend. And on the weekend, then I was doing so much stuff at home that I didn't really get a normal weekend to relax. And that wasn't very good for the following week because I was already starting exhausted instead of refreshed. So I started looking around to see what I could find to do differently. And I knew I wanted to work for myself. So I was looking at franchises. And when you look at franchises, in the actual agreement, it tells you that you need to stay open. Your store would have to stay open during the hours of the shopping center. And that's typically 80 hours a week. So that wasn't going to be any better than what I was doing. So I was sitting on the couch one evening trying to figure out what my options were. I knew there had to be something. And I was just looking through my news feed, and I actually came across an ad. And I normally don't click on ads in my news feed, but I clicked on that one. It was a girl sitting in the grass, talking and explaining, probably similar to an ad that you saw to come here. So I went ahead and registered for the webinar just to get more information, and it answered all my questions that I couldn't figure out how a franchise was going to solve, because I didn't need to maintain an inventory. I didn't need to have employees. I didn't even need to have a set schedule. I could make my own schedule and work when I wanted and get things done when I wanted. So that was really what I was looking for, was something that I could control things the way I needed them to be. So I went ahead and joined, and Sean and Melissa are my coach, and they help me do everything I've gotten done up to this point. We keep in touch all the time, and that's the way our coaches work with the people that they're assigned to. And you get all the help that you need. We've got mastermind groups and other areas that also give you support and help that you need. And it was just a really cooperative, cohesive way to learn all the skills that you didn't already know to be able to do the online business. And as an example, like we just got through the Christmas holiday. Well, I had family come into town, and I didn't have to ask somebody, could I have time off work? I didn't have to worry about my schedule and how was I going to manage working and having family in town and all that. It wasn't a problem because I could easily do the work I needed around whatever the family schedule was. And it made it really nice because it was the first holiday that I didn't have to like really freak out and figure out, how am I going to make everything happen? Because you don't want family to come to town and you go off to work and leave them home alone. So it was a nice change to be able to just be with family and just do everything the way you would have wanted to do it. And that's been the best part this holiday season. And that was really cool. So the orange button, I would say click on that orange button. Go ahead and take the 14 days to check it out from the inside. Meet your coach, check out the training videos, see how it all works, and make the decision, because with the new year coming, you could have your business up and running mid-January very easily. And then you've got the rest of the year to meet whatever goals you set. So I would definitely click on that orange button, even if you're just thinking about it, and check it out from the inside, so that you can make a good, firm decision for yourself.
Awesome.
So that's what I've got, Brandon.
Awesome, Amy. Thank you. All right. So we got another question from Leslie. I will answer your question here in just a second. We got a few others before that. And then just a couple other people that come out. We're really way over time. Actually, crap. We're going to have to cut the short, guys. So I know some other people want to come on, but we can only run this for about 2 hours. After that, the recording cuts off. And I don't want, because we're using this replay for the next few days, I don't want people to miss out on the beginning. So that's going to be the last testimonial for tonight. Sorry, guys. We had a bunch of people that wanted to come on out as well. I'm going to try to get to the last questions here real quick. Is this like Mob? No, this is not Mob. Mob is a top-tier direct sales and affiliate program, meaning not necessarily top tier in terms of superiority, top tier in terms of their structure. Basically, you buy something for really cheap, and then they sell you something more expensive, and they say, hey, if you want to make commissions on this other thing, you have to buy this $10,000 package or this $15,000 package. And hey, if you want to make commissions on this, you need to buy this $30,000 package. And they literally will sell you up to $60,000 to $100,000 worth of stuff that realistically the value isn't necessarily there. I know because I used to be a part of it. It was one of the programs I tried, and I actually made a little bit of money with early on, not from what I learned there, from what I learned in other things, but I found out over a few months that the business was just kind of the churn and burn type stuff, and I didn't feel it was ethical for me to promote that model, knowing there was more. I could help people and deliver more value in other ways for less cost. I don't consider that company specifically a scam, and I'm not going to bash a bunch of companies. There's a lot of different things out there. I will tell you, there's just a lot of things out there, and a lot of them are in kind of the gray, kind of shady area, and some are like totally scams and illegal. Mobe's legal, but it's not something I would recommend to somebody. And I have some experience with it. The other question, do I have to recruit people? And Leslie is asking something about that too. And let me go back to that. Is the $99 a month needed to upkeep the tools? $99 a month provides everything in terms of the marketing system. That's all you need to run your business online. You're going to have a separate startup cost that varies depending on your goals, your income goals, what you want to get out of this thing. Some people choose to do that. Some people don't. Most people do that, and anyone that's going to be successful, for the vast majority, that's what they're going to do. Doesn't mean you need a lot of money to actually be able to get started, though. There's a lot of methods for people to get started with nothing out of pocket, which is really, really cool. And one of the advantages of our program, because we're not charging you $60,000 or $100,000 to get started, right? How much does the average person spend in the first few months to build a business, other than the initial $99? It depends on a lot of variables. If you don't have a lot of time, you're going to spend more into advertising. If you have a lot of money but not a lot of time, you may spend a lot more money instead of spending more time. We've had people make as much as 10 grand a month with no ad spend, and that's separate from a startup cost, which will vary. Again, it could be hundreds, it could be thousands. It just varies, and it may not necessarily be out of pocket. The goal is, for what we teach you guys, is, and every single person I coach personally, I'm showing them how to get started in their business and how to get their business to cash flow, meaning your business revenue is paying for all those costs. So even, let's say you spend $10,000 in a couple months. That doesn't mean you're spending that $10,000 out of your pocket. You may be spending that through financing plus revenue from, $6,000 in sales. Like, you don't know. There's a lot of different variables in that. And it's going to be based on your goals with this whole program. Okay. Back to Leslie. So kind of what Leslie was asking in this other question about recruiting, you have to share, okay? If you're running a business online, you have to share. You can share a number of ways. You can do blogging, you can do SEO, you can do Facebook ads, you can post on your personal page. You don't have to post on your personal page. You can post on a fan page. You can knock on doors if you want. That's still sharing. In terms of recruiting is typically meant to, recruiting is the army, right? You're recruiting people in to use them to get a mission done. If you're talking about an MLM program, recruiting, sponsoring people for a business opportunity, we recommend people do that because that's building leverage. However, you don't have to do that, and that is not the only way to make money in this. And the vast majority of money is not actually through referral commissions through our system. The vast majority is through actual end product sales. Now, whether that person is buying products as part of a business opportunity or whether they're buying as an end user, it's immaterial. Because of targeting, the way we run our system, we target people that are interested in an opportunity. You're not here by accident, right? Someone more than likely reach out to you, or they target you with an ad based on some stuff in your profile, and you're a likely candidate. So that we focus on the opportunity because that's where the leverage is. But the products we market actually have a retail demand for them, and there's a retail market for it, a very large, substantial retail market for it. And this stuff is not going anywhere. So if you're interested in that, again, it's not just bring a bunch of people in. It's not your run-of-the-mill, you know, grandma's Amway or any of that kind of stuff. This is a real business that you're going to be able to run online with real product sales, but it's also leveraged. There are team sales as well, but you're not tied down to trying to motivate a sales force or a team to go produce in order for you to make money. You can make an incredible income just on your own efforts, with or without leverage. All right, so that's all we got for tonight. I appreciate you guys being on. Again, sorry we didn't get to everybody, but we got to cut it off. Have a great new year, and we will see you in 2018.